What's going on, everybody? It's Fake Dating Coach Elliott Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about things a guy does if he likes you. Now, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below. I love you forever, along with the bell notification so you get my videos right away. No wasting time. I hear everyone always saying, oh, if I got your video sooner. Click the bell notification. You'll get it right literally when it comes out, okay? And if you want to make sure you attract the guy that you want, even if he's pulling away, get my value course, Attraction Academy. Link is down in the description. So, here's the thing. I'm a big believer if a guy at least does 3 of these 5 things, you're going towards the path of a relationship. You're not some basic girl you met on Tinder anymore. You're kind of right here. You're not here yet because to be here, he has to make that decision. He has to be in that mindset. But I know the guy will like you for a fact if he does 3 of these 5 things, okay? So the number 1 thing is transactional investment. Now, what the hell does that mean? A lot of the times, both sexes, we do something for someone to get something in return. And a lot of men do this where they invest. Men provide resources, okay? Men have resources that women want, whether that be, and that could be something like nurture, time, energy, effort, money. She wants those resources, okay? She wants his time, she wants his energy, she wants his effort, she wants his investment, she wants all that. A lot of guys will not do that for a woman if he does not like her, number 1, or number 2, which a lot of women sadly fall under this category, I just spit there, is they're not getting anything in return, okay? So, what does that mean? If you can eliminate this one, then it's only going to be this one. It's only going to be the fact that he does it because he likes you. So look and see if he's trying to get anything out of return, okay? Mostly sex. Now, a guy, disclaimer, a guy is going to do this a lot in the beginning. That's okay. His job is to be a provider and satisfier, to be in the masculine. So he is going to invest in you to see where he stands. He is going to, you have to think of his investment as currency. He is going to start putting the money down to see where to pull back the curtain, see where he stands with you. That's why I tell women, you gotta be mysterious. You gotta be a little more elusive. You can't, if he goes 0 to 100, do not go along with it, okay? You could go, but I mean, you have to coast out. You can't keep, you're not a fucking rocket, man. It's gonna run out of fuel. So, you have to make the guy come back down and start investing more in you, because the fact that you just go, you don't even have to say anything to the guy. The fact that you go 0 to 100 with him and you're tagging along, even if he's initiating. Women are like, well, he's the one who initiated. Even if you initiate, there's no barriers. There's no tension. There's no fighting back. You're just going along with it. That means, hey, I know she really likes me. I could pretty much do what I want. And then what happens? He takes you for granted and he starts investing his resources in you. But to get back on topic, okay? If a guy is investing in you and it's not transactional, it's because he's a provider, a satisfier, he's in his masculine, and he just wants to make you happy. That is a clear sign that the guy is extremely interested in you, okay? Number 2 is feelings. Feelings with substance. Sometimes, and I tell my clients this and they don't like it, liking you and a relationship are 2 completely different things. I can't help that I like you. Attraction is not a choice, but a relationship is a lifestyle. I can make that choice. And once a guy makes a choice of making sacrifices, putting in that effort consistently, because that's what a relationship is, sticking through the ups and downs, the hard times, giving up all other women and sex just to be with you and to have sex with you, and all these other things, communication, he has to communicate, he just can't run away in his man cave, he has to talk to you daily for the most part. I mean, once a guy decides to do that, obviously he's in for the long haul. However, to get here, from here, there has to be, all this gray area right here has to have substance, okay? Feelings are not enough. You have to have substance, meaning that through this transition, don't expect the guy to do it in the beginning. If he does all this to an extreme and it's fast in the beginning, it's a red flag. He's not a relationship type of guy. Trust me, I talk about it in my value course religiously. But if you want to get this guy over here, there has to be a transition in terms of substance. He has to go, he has to invest more. He has to have depth. There has to be trust. There has to be loyalty. There has to be consistency, which I get into that. There has to be vulnerability. if he doesn't, listen, don't focus on this. Women always focus on moving forward. Don't focus on moving forward. Focus on building the roots. Focus going like this, baby, okay? Not like this, like that. If you can get that guy rooted in this investment, he's not going to pick up and walk away and get it from somebody else, okay? You have to build substance. That just takes time. That's more of a slower game, but it's a long-term investment. And I feel like if this guy feels no pressure from you and it's just chill, but he's investing in you because you're having fun, hey, we're only going to invest in things that we see long-term. So if you see an investment more than just feelings, it's other types of emotions, it's mental, it's deep conversations, it's vulnerability, it's open up, it's things that he will say, I never did this with another woman before, unless it's a line. You got to look at everything around you, the context. Then you're going to have a good time with this guy, okay? And you're going to move over here. Now, number 3 is sex is just icing on the cake. It's extra credit, it's a plus. If you can hang out with a guy and not have sex with him, or him not have sex with you, anything sexual, sexting, jerking each other off, whatever it is. If you could just lay down, cuddle, have a good time, I mean, you can make out whatever, but you can go out to dinner and then just go home, right? Just go your separate ways, and you both text each other, hey, I had a good time, I'll see you next week. Great, awesome. That's awesome. Because a lot of women, for some reason, their value proposition is sex. Now, if a guy is advancing and on you and he's trying to have sex with you, that's not a bad thing, unless it's too early, too fast, too soon, too consistent. That is a problem, but men are sexual by nature. He is going to try to do those things. I'm talking about a man who gets told no and doesn't try it again. He starts doing what I said at number 2. He starts building that depth. Oh, you don't want to have sex? Okay, well, that's fine. Well, I still enjoy my time with you. Not saying he's going to say that, but he's thinking that. That's right, as long as I'm with you. And then you guys can just sit around and watch anime, right? And eat sushi like I do. That's a good life. So don't. It's not focused on sex. Sex is more of a second put on the back burner, okay? Because if your value proposition is sex, he's not going to commit. Trust me, he is not going to commit. He can get that from anybody. You don't want that, okay? Number 4 is long-term decision making. You start planning things in the future. You start talking about the future. You start leaving things over at his place. You start building depth with each other. All that kind of, you go from basically a me to a we mindset, or even a you and I to an us, okay? Decisions you both make affect both of you. When he starts doing that, that is a very, very, very good sign that you're moving forward. So, for example, it can be something as simple as he's introducing you to his family and friends. I would say, yeah, family and friends. That's a good sign. Why? Because it's building relationships with his circle. A guy on average is not on average. I know people who do it anyway, but a guy on average is not going to meet and greet family and friends, get everyone together just to have you thrown out. And then they ask later on, well, what happened to Susie? Oh, Susie took a fucking hike. Fuck Susie, right? That's not going to happen, okay? So, it could, but if he's investing in you and he's making long-term decisions, such as leaving things at your place or vice versa, meeting friends and family, planning for the future, I know I'm beating a dead horse now, and all those kind of things, I think you're set. And of course, number 5 is consistency. None of this matters. None of this matters if it's not consistent across the board. Not really day after day, but time after time after time after time. He's consistent. And consistency can mean different things to many people, okay? I'm a big believer on sustainability. Okay, so if you go and meet each other once a week, that's fine. If you meet each other 2 or 3 times a week, that's fine. If you talk and text every day, okay, well, I might want to slow down. But if you talk and text once or twice a week, that's fine. Is it consistent? You have to have sustainability. That's why a lot of women wonder why guys show so much interest in the beginning and then it dies off. It's not consistent. He's He's Picasso. He's painting that picture for you. It looks really pretty, but a guy cannot invest that much into you day after day after day, week after week, month after month, year after. It's not going to happen. He's going to get burnt out. He's going to take you for granted because you're going along with it. It's going to get boring. There's other women who are going to spark his interest, but none of that matters if it's consistent and it's sustainable and he doesn't feel like it's draining his resources. If he's consistent with those other 4 things, you have a good chance of going from here to here, okay? So again, if you haven't yet, please subscribe, ladies. Just click the red button below and get my value course if you want to make sure this all happens. Guaranteed from here to here, okay? I love you, take care, and peace.